Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, cuties. How are you doing today? I'm having a little bit more energy in my video. I know my past few videos have been very serious for you guys, but I got to switch it up. Sometimes I'm in the teaching mode, the serious mode. Sometimes I'm in the more playful mode. Sometimes I'm in the energetic mode. And today I'm in the in the energetic mode to talk about this topic. You already see the title. We're skipping the intro. Okay, right off the bat. So let's really get very, very honest with this here in terms of the beliefs you hold about yourself and the results that you create in your life. Okay. And I'm going to speak very passionately about this topic because a lot of people need to hear this message, and it needs to be very blunt and it needs to be very straightforward. Okay. You can create the results that you desire in your life. First and foremost, you can turn around any situation that you want. Okay. You can take a dynamic that you formed with somebody that is undesirable and turn it into a favorable dynamic. Okay. But it is going to require you to show up in a new way, to respond to your reality in a new way. And there is going to be an adjustment period where you no longer accept bullshit or treatment from people that is not in alignment with what you actually deserve and what you want to experience. So let's say somebody is showing up in your life or in your reality and they're being inconsistent or they're not talking to you favorably, and that's frustrating you. Okay. Every single time that you react to them or you respond to them or you give into that, you are accepting that treatment. You are allowing that to be your experience. Okay, I just got out of a session with somebody, and this is why I'm a little bit more passionate about this. But they were explaining, and this is a learning opportunity for everybody. Okay, so they were explaining how they'll get a treatment from somebody, and they're so afraid to lose that person that they will accept that, they'll respond to it, and they'll allow the communication to continue to come in because they would rather take that than to lose the person, not have them in their life anymore. You have to realize that that way of operating is what is creating the experience. When you don't honor, love, and respect yourself, you are not going to be honored, loved, or respected. That doesn't mean that you need to be argumentative. That doesn't mean that you need to be petty. That doesn't mean that you need to be emotionally reactive or say, why the fuck are you treating me this way? How could you be talking to me like this? Are you out of your mind for messaging me like this? That's not what I'm talking about. What I mean is when you are getting something that you don't want and you don't deserve in your reality, you are not obligated to respond to it. And in fact, the more that you go deeper into your own sense of self, into your own self-worth and how you identify yourself, and you look at it like a joke, like that is fucking hilarious. You think that I'm going to respond to this? You think that I'm going to accept this into my experience? I'm not going to get angry with you. Maybe I showed up in a way that showed you that this was acceptable, that you could treat me this way, you could talk to me this way, you could behave this way. And if I did, I'm going to take ownership for that. I'm not going to get angry with you. But now that I am aware, now that I am conscious, and now that I know that this is no longer the experience that I want to create, I am no longer going to play into this. And I'm going to do that shamelessly, and I'm going to do that fearlessly. Okay. So when you're changing dynamics in your reality, or you're getting a result that you don't desire, people are treating you like shit, what you want to do is really become aware of yourself. What are the beliefs that I hold about myself in this area of my life? Do I actually know my worth? Do I actually know my value? Am I actually confident? Do I hold good beliefs and assumptions about this area of my life? Why am I in this situation that I find myself in? We want to bring it back to self because that's going to be where you're able to change how you're showing up and change how you're showing up in a way that feels good to you. Now, when you are in these situations, remaining non-reactive means that you're no longer going to emotionally play into it. I'm not going to feel into this. I'm not going to give this an emotional reaction. And I may even go so far as to not even give this any response. But at the bare minimum, I'm not going to play into this and emotionally react to it or get angry or chase after you or accept this or allow this to be my experience because I'm fearing that if I don't respond to you or if I don't do what you want me to do or whatever it may be, that I'm going to lose you. No, There's nothing to fear in terms of losing somebody. They're not going to go anywhere. They're going to give you the love and the respect that you deserve when you finally decide that you're worthy of that and you stop fearing losing this person more than respecting, honoring, and loving yourself. Okay. You show people how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. And a big block that people will have when applying this or changing what I'm talking about here is yes, they'll start to believe in themselves more, but then they will continue to respond and allow an experience to occur because, again, they're still fearing, well, if I don't respond, if I don't do anything, I'm going to lose this person. Why would you ever accept something that you don't deserve, that you don't want, because you're in more fear of losing somebody? Don't you see that that is actually creating the experience that you don't want? I'm in so much fear that I'm going to lose you, that I'm going to allow this experience in, and you're not even treating me properly. And because I'm in a state of fearing losing you, you're going to see operating that way. You're not going to get the treatment that you desire. And on top of that, you're going to lose the person because you're not loving yourself. You're not respecting yourself. You're not knowing your worth and your value. And you're allowing somebody to treat you like crap out of fear of losing them. Okay. So what you really need to do is show yourself a lot of love and compassion. You need to work on your beliefs, revalue yourself, reprioritize yourself, really take an honest assessment about what you believe about yourself and what you believe about this area of your life. Stop responding, stop fearing losing this person. And if you want to change this dynamic, you're going to work on those beliefs. And then you're going to know you are showing up loving me. You are respecting me. You are going to be showing up in my life the way that I deserve to be treated. I know that, and I'm going to persist in that knowing, and I'm not going to chase after you. I'm not going to worry about you. I'm not going to check on you. I'm not going to wait for you. I'm not going to sit here hoping that you show up this way. I'm going to revalue myself. I'm going to believe in myself in a new way. I'm going to stop playing into this. I'm not going to respond if I don't want to respond, because if I don't like this, I don't have to respond. I'm not going to play into this. And I'm going to know that you're going to show up differently. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to change how I value myself and what I believe about myself. And then I'm going to know and expect and assume and persist in the knowing and the assumption that you are going to show up treating me the way that I deserve to be treated. And I'm going to do that shamelessly. I don't give a fuck if I don't respond to you right now. I'm not worried about you going anywhere. I'm not going to be petty or immature. I'm not going to be argumentative, but I am not going to worry about you leaving over me honoring and loving and respecting myself, because I don't deserve this. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on this. I'm not going to worry about this. This is not going to be a part of my experience, period. And I do not feel bad about not engaging with you. That is how you want to operate. They're not going to go anywhere. In fact, you're going to get the love, respect, and honoring that you deserve when you start to shamelessly cut out the things in your life that you no longer want, and you do that fearlessly. Nope, I actually didn't respond to you. Why didn't you respond to me? I don't need to explain why I didn't respond to you. You already know that what you did was not okay. I don't need to point it out. I don't need to explain it. I don't need to argue with you about it. I'm not going to engage in this. You know, you're going to adjust it. I'm going to know that you're going to adjust it, and I'm not going to play into this, period. And you will see, when you operate that way, when you believe in yourself that way, when you stop chasing and undervaluing yourself and waiting or hoping, okay? And to go to that point too, I understand it, because it can be scary, right? Like, if you really care about somebody and they're not showing up the way that you want them to show up, and you're getting a treatment that you don't deserve, then it can be a little bit scary to be like, well, okay, I guess I won't respond to them. This isn't what I want. But what if they go away? What if they stop talking to me? What if they find interest in somebody else? They're not even showing up in the way that you desire. So why would you engage? The only way that you're going to get exactly what you desire is when you show people how to treat you by how you respond to them and what you allow into your life. And in fact, when you take this approach and you silence that little voice in your mind that is like, but what if they don't respond? What if they go away? They're not even being the person that you want them to be right now. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay. In order for them to give you the love and the respect that you deserve, you can't just be like, okay, yeah, I'll respond to you. No, like, no, you're not going to treat me that way. Okay. Now, from a manifestational perspective as well, too, if you can really take the whole focus off of that and go into your self-worth and the beliefs that you hold about yourself, and then persist in a knowing about how they're going to show up for you. I know you're going to love me. I know you're going to respect me. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to worry about this. You will see that the situation changes. But you have to really silence that little voice in your mind that is in more fear of losing somebody than honoring yourself. Because that little voice in your mind is going to be the thing that creates the results that you don't desire. And you really want to address that and see, if somebody's treating me in a way that I don't deserve, why would I engage? What does that say about my worth and my value? What does that say about what I believe about myself? And you can use that as an opportunity. Instead of responding to them and going through with this experience, you can pause right there and say, you know what? Instead of engaging, instead of reacting to this, and instead of perpetuating this pattern, I'm going to use this as an opportunity right now to remind myself who I'm identifying as. I believe in myself. I know my worth, my value. I'm always confident with my ability to create exactly what I desire. I am loved. I am lovable. I'm always respected. I'm always deserving of the treatment that I know I am worthy of. And instead of engaging with you, I'm going to go deeper into my self-worth. I'm going to move on with my day. I'm not playing into this. And I'm going to know as I feel better that you're going to show up for me the way that I deserve to be treated. And if you can actually apply that, you're going to be very happy with the results in your life. Okay? All right. Stop accepting shit, you guys. Stop accepting shit. Just stop it. You're so beautiful. You're so worthy. You're so amazing. You have to see that for yourself and stop allowing people to show up in your life, treating you in inconsistent and undervaluing ways, and then hoping it's going to change. You have to be the change. And you have to be the change by fearlessly cutting these things out and no longer accepting it, not getting angry, again, not getting argumentative or emotionally reactive, but actually changing how you're showing up and then expecting and knowing the treatment that you're going to be getting into being. Okay? All right. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you all later. Bye.